Greetings everyone, and Grat here with another Advanced Wars Daisy Ruin Tiny Wars replay. As well on the south side as the blue Grat, we got Lahey. On the north side as the yellow Gage, we got JJsquirtle. Either way, when it comes to the COs, Gage has been buffed from the CO cartridge counterpart. We got 50% boarding cost to radius 30, 60, 60. All units get plus 10, ground and naval units get plus 10% additional defense, indirect units and all naval units get plus 20% offense, and the CO unit himself gets plus 20% offense. So you can hit his various indirect units, if he loads himself up, will be supercharged, but any unit he loads himself up into will be quite nice. We're going to CO power core supply all that global, particularly all of his CO units on the field get plus 20% offense. And of course, indirect units get plus 2 maximum range. Grat is, of course, a reasonable counterpart. Does have standard 50% boarding cost, 0 radius, 20, 50, 50. So she does have faster power and super and CO charge or CO zone charges. She does apply the standard plus 10 for all units, and all units are in the CO units who start. I think I'll start their action inside the CO zone. I'm pretty sure if they also end their turn in the CO zone, get plus 1 max range. Additionally, for activator superpower, it does apply plus 2 max range. Infantry, of course. It's of course initial capturing game with 2 significant. This is a 3 base map, 1 airport, 1 comm tower, and 2 seaports, which is all meant for transports. Just more infantry so far. We may see a bike by Grat. Probably not. 4,000 income be infantry bike. So probably just triple actually no, can't afford triple infantry, so best go for the infantry bike. And did put the infantry over here. So I'm for leftwards. Bike could go rightwards. Probably be going rightwards as a forcer. But if she's going to want to get a bike over here, probably should have done it over here first. In fact, I think she should have got the bike right there and go up this way, but looks like Gage to the same deployment directions. And does now get the bike on the leftwards. Bike infantry has loaded up the gunboat there. Nobody's sprinting straight for the comm towers. I've seen sometimes players go straight for the comm towers, some players don't. In this case, both players are not. Gunboat has the pulled out infantry unit there. Recon, bike, and bike. It's a lot of wheeled vehicles there. Just don't try to do a wheelie in with the sidecar bikes. I have no idea how bad that would go. Probably quite horrible since both the sidecar and the back tire are not on the same axis. Grat has loaded herself up into a tank. I always believe that Grat should eye for ATRs for her CO unit because her trying to quickly get her power charge would be best, and taking out infantry is one way to go for it. I think it's one of the few occasions where you want to be a bit more of a sniper of that unit for the CO that has plus 1 range. Because honestly, a tank does take a bit of time to get 20 energy without any massive power buff like Tabata. That attack, of course, applies +60/+60, so she can reliably one-shot stuff. So it's easier for her to get her CO charge to the 1 CO zone than Grat, even with the standard cost of 30. I suppose Grat's reduced cost of 20. Got Flare, Mech, and Tank. Does spot that infantry there, and with that little recon pass, it'll quickly pick it off there. Excellent movement there. A nice drive-by there. Tank, recon. Grat gets 8 energy there. 2 more shots like that, she will get +1 CO zone. But it's not always a guarantee. They can get those shots off. Lander, tank, infantry. The Grat has land on the field. They're quickly pushing the center of the map, which is quite nice. And it looks like Gage has loaded himself up to a tank. Right now he does have in total +50, +40. So his command tank is actually quite nice. And Gage has gone for Battlecopter there. We have not seen any indirect deployments by Gage as yet for the indirect specialist. He's also the naval specialist. Probably a little bit better than naval specialist in Greyfield, honestly. Though to be fair, the Cartridge, the Tiny Wars Greyfield has received pretty good buffs there, where he can deploy unweighted units from temporary airports and seaports. Battlecopter, tank, infantry. Does get trapped there. Of course, this tank could push forward, get a strike on that recon, but it would receive a double tap in turn, so we gotta get for Grat not to do that. If she does take a shot from the road, don't think that she can range. Oh, she can probably get inside the forest, which would be quite nice. Maybe that wouldn't be half bad spot there. We have to be spotted first, but it will be easy to spot. Takes the shot from the road. And maybe she couldn't range that forest there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, she will not be able to range the forest. I only did attack range, not move range. Got now flare, tank, and tank up here, so we've got quite a bit of assets up here by Grat. Gage now deploys first artillery there, has a battlecopter and lander in the region. Gage's tank and Grat gets double tapped immediately, restarting her power charge. Gage gets some nice early engagements. Right now he is behind on deployment of units. About a turn behind though. But it still can just go back to day-to-day differences. Does sack the gunboat deck to place the tank on top of the HQ to be re-CO'd next turn. Very nice. That CT capture could have been buried at least 1 HP unit, at least. The CT contact capture was captured afterwards. Oh well. Does get a good kill there. So I'm getting hit by a wave of exhaustion. I think those hiccups took a lot out of me. I don't know why. I think the 1 hour convulsions from hiccups actually just took so much out of me. It may sound stupid, but I think that's what happened to me. Right now, I just feel like I'm getting hit by a wave of exhaustion. This may be going to be my last replay for tonight. You have tank flare right there. Tank anti-air battlecopter. Quite a bit of deployment there. Double anti-air. Grat has gone for double battlecopter, so probably send anti-air both directions. Be just fine. Lander here, so probably can push forward both a mech and something from that base. Right now, Gage has 20 energy. Hasn't really made super great use of any indirects at the moment. Of course, got a double artillery back here for it. But his CO power is not going to be too great. It's effectively a plus 10 offense, plus 20% defense for other ground units. Takes off the infantry unit there. Double artillery, battlecopter rotating down south. Takes off the infantry unit there for 3 energy. That's probably not a great kill there. After all, that is pushing pretty far forward. The city does spot it, so this can receive a lot of ambush attacks from the city, from the forest, from this forest, and potentially this forest as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So I did not like that. All that for 3 energy. The chance of him getting hit pretty hard is far too likely. And not like he had a plan for a bait or anything of that sort. And it gets double tapped by battlecopters there, so that was a pretty bad play there, I would say. Infantry unit there does spot quite a bit. 1 artillery and all the infantry units, or a good number of the infantry units. Flare there. And does take out the bike and effectively knocks out the infantry unit there. Just capture up the cities. Bomber's been deployed on the field. Anti-air battlecopter. Good strikes there. Rocket, artillery. So a lot of indirects there. I said he needs more indirects, and guess what? He went for a good number of indirects. Both players at 28,000. Good strike there on the artillery. Speaking about indirects. Grat's at 33 energy, so now she's able to really push forward with a lot of units with her CO zone. And our bombers push way forward as well. Gage may just want to start falling back some of these units here, not to donate power charge to Grat. And Grat's making some good progress up north. She right now has 159,000, 30,000 of bank versus Gage's 132. So it looks like she's about 2 turns ahead of Gage, which is actually very significant. Medium tank recon, mech, and battlecopter. He is making still pushes south here. But Grat could get her CO power charge fully charged next turn. Not like she should pop it next turn, but she could get it fully charged the next turn, which is not going to be great. Bomber nukes that tank there. Infantry does get a strike there. Does finish off there with a flare. Good kills it. Now she's fully charged. Though the artillery is in range of the command tank. Not like Gage can finish it off though. Gage only has 9 inches at the moment, nothing too significant. Could get some good power charge next turn. Mech artillery, war tank. I think the war tank should have been deployed up here to get inside the lander. Because this war tank's going to be slow going getting up north. The lander could try going to the seaport. Flares fired, get some good kills here. A lot of good energy, 29 energy right now. Start flipping some properties here like this one. Decides to take out the bike there, not strike the tank, command tank. Gage has a bomb of his own, goes for a fight of interest up the bomber. Superpower now deployed in the field. Good kills there. And even since the increased range, even the bike can get some range shots there. So Gage lost a significant amount of assets there. Gage or Grat ends turn of 119, Gage ends turn of 131. Finish off that unit there. Strikes that battlecopter there, does get trapped there, which means easy pickings, not to mention the anti-tank in range. Anti-tank does get a good shot there, mech can finish it off, battlecopter could strike battlecopter. Does get trapped there. Flare, medium tank. Good shot there. Bomber gets double tapped there. Recon spirit forward. Medium tank does get struck by the artillery. And the gunboat gets knocked out, which also does slow down transport infantry down south. Actually, important asset to lose. Up north, got the gunboat pushing forward a mech. Does get a good shot there onto the tank. Flare does go down there. Tank on tank. And battlecopter, a lot of stuff pushing up here as well. Grat has 34,000 income, or in the bank, at 119 on the field, so effectively 250,000 versus Gage's 119. He's severely behind right now. Fighter may be able to take out that bomber, though it has to be careful about this. Actually, no, there's also no clear line of sight to it. And if the anti-heroes nearby, can't just take time to shoot down the battlecopter either. Fighter falls back, of course, can't hide in the forest. Battlecopter, medium tank, anti-air infantry. Fighter finds up to hit that bomber, thanks to its increased defense, is able to withstand a bit of that damage there. Of course, anti-airs are ready to ambush that fighter, ready to double tap it as well. Enough surface area, just pull back the bomber. Bomber needs to pull back either way for some fuel. There's no temporary port there, so we need to pull back all to the airport. Or fire rig. Got now a battleship here. War tank and regular tanks pushing out the flank, and Gage has resigned. This is Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.